Hello, State College of Florida students and staff. I'm Tim, one of your librarians, and we're going to talk about how to use the library's quick search tools. You may have noticed that quick search box on our homepage. That's your gateway to everything the library has. This box can be used for looking for books, movies, and other things you might think of as being in a traditional library. It can also be used for academic research and finding scholarly articles, journals, documentaries, research papers, and academic books. So let's try a search. One of my interests is information literacy, which is a field of study about how people make sense of what they read and what makes this or that seem more credible than something else. So just typing this into the search bar and doing nothing else, I end up with close to 500,000 results. That's a lot. However, it doesn't have to be that scary. I have tools to manage this giant pile of information. Off to the side here, let me just adjust my screen. You can sort by relevance, which uh, is how close to your search terms the results are, or you can search by newest, oldest title or author. For this type of search, the resource type and subject filters are really useful. If you'd like to watch a video about this, you can just click on videos, and now you're just seeing videos. And now, if I've changed my mind, I can just click on the X here, brings me back to my original screen. Um, Need to get a little bit more specific, you can click on subject, and then you can search only within one of these subject areas. Another helpful thing is creation date. It's extremely helpful for when you need something that is within a specific time period, such as the last 5 years. I invite you to try some of the other options in your own searches. They can be extremely helpful for narrowing down an enormous list of search results, especially when you're doing academic research. So let's look at some other helpful features. If you're in the middle of doing some heavy research and you don't want to lose your search, make sure that you are signed in, and the Save Query button will save it to your MySCF account, and it will be accessible to you in your favorites. Okay, so just click on your favorites, look at Save Searches, and there it is. If there is a particular article that you're interested in, but you don't have time to read it just yet, but you don't want to lose it, you can pin it, and it goes to your favorites. And once again, there it is. This is incredibly helpful if you're doing research for an assignment and you're trying to compile a reading list. So let me direct your attention to the top real quick here. New search starts over clean with a fresh search screen and clears all your filters. Browse search is helpful when you want to do just what it says. Browse, you can browse everything by a particular author, title, Library of Congress call numbers, or subjects. Databases A to Z takes you to our list of databases where you can search these databases individually, which is something we recommend for students who are new to academic research. The databases tend to be focused on a particular topic or subject, so you won't have to deal with as much stuff that's outside your focus area, and you'll have an easier time getting relevant results. Um, Newspaper searches are a quick way to get local and national news from electronic newspapers. Library textbooks lets you search for textbooks that are in the library collection that you can use while you're in the library. Ask a Librarian takes you to our Ask a Librarian menu so you can get help from a librarian with whatever you're doing right now. The little dots offer you more search options to explore further, such as journal search, which lets you find scholarly periodicals that are dedicated to specific areas of study. So let's talk about advanced search. This is a great screen because you can really save yourself a lot of work when you're doing research. You can add extra search terms. You can change what the search is looking for. By default, it searches in all of the different fields, but you can have it just search in titles. You can just have it search for authors, subjects, ISBNs. You can force it to be pickier about what you're looking for by doing it has to find this search terms exactly. You can make sure it focuses on specific kinds of material, like only journals or only videos. You can also have it bring back materials that are in a specific language. You can also ensure that it only finds things that were published between specific dates. A lot of professors will insist that you only use sources from the last 5 to 10 years, especially in healthcare. You can also use the buttons at the top to change where the search happens. Um, Everything is everything that we have access to. The library catalog shows you things that you may be able to, is stuff that are SCF owned. Um, Generally books and movies, but also some digital items too. Statewide catalog shows you things that you might be able to borrow from another college library. Articles focuses on articles. Library textbooks lets you see if we have a textbook available to check out in the library. If you have any other questions, please check out our other tutorials or ask a librarian. Our students are our reason for being here, so let us help you. The only bad questions are the questions you don't ask.